I've started recording, by the way.
Okay.
I think we should ban AI from schools.
That we should ban. What do you think about AI, Vern? I think you said you're super anti, right?
I don't use it at all. Not even really because I'm like anti-AI, but more so because it's just not really in my system to go to AI for help. Like, if I'm stuck on a problem or like an exercise or whatever, it isn't my problem to ignore it and then eventually like put myself to it and like brute for it. Like I am very much like I rely on negative stimuli of like panic and of like
Fuck you,
deadlines
energy.
and stuff like that. I feel like I'm growing on that a little bit because I'm doing some things that need positive stimuli because I don't have
The
a
double
deadline.
queen eye.
But it is like very much like that is how it works for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't use it. I don't there's a lot of it that I dislike. And mainly that is like the fact that there's a lot of like plagiarism involved. Like
Oh,
holy...
if AI could stay as something like the AI that I think is cool, which I think there is a cool like way to use AI, is to kind of like I dislike these players.
We're facing some gamers. Holy...
we're facing some gamers. Holy shit!
Pick me up, why? Oh my god, it kills me too. Alright.
Like the way I like AI is like having like a locally run model that you can feed in whatever you want, and then it just kind of like tells you about it. You know, like that I can see. That's cool. Like that adds value.
Yeah. Like the data that it uses is also stuff that you put in, you mean?
No, it's only stuff that you put in.
Yeah.
So like you give it a data set and it uses your GPU and or you can like spend a bit of money and like rent a GPU from a big data center. And have that be like it. Like that's what AI does. Like and it can still work for a lot of the things that you put into it. Like if you want it to help you with homework, you put in like a lot of the things that it does, and it like, hey, can you explain these specific things, or like how would I go about solving this? And it won't be 100% accurate because it never is, but it could be. It would be more pinpoint, you know? Like, right now it's like just a shotgun. That's fine.
Yeah.
You good, by the way?
I'm fine. Don't let my coughing undercut me saying that I'm fine.
Unfortunate. I almost got him. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Huge.
Okay. I'm gone. I've just disappeared.
You want to rematch them? I don't want to rematch them. I really don't.
There's no value to be gained. Like, there's actually really nothing to be gained. Really I think what you're saying actually, like, cuts to, like, something that is also true, which is that AI is, like, cool as fuck. Like, the fact that we can do things like this, like, on its own, like, in a vacuum, is crazy.
By the way, is this Lux?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure, though.
No, Lux is American. Lux is American.
Oh, really? Okay, I've played against a Lux a lot of times, and I always kind of assumed that it was that Lux, but I never really, like...
Lux was an IRL friend of X, I think.
Oh, really?
I think so?
I did not know that. I just knew he was here, and he was, like, the first real, like, dead admin. The OG.
I think... Would Cinnamon ever become an admin?
Yeah, he was admin when I was... Or, I mean, he was at least mod. I don't know if he was admin.
I don't think he was ever admin, but... He was definitely inactive already.
Hell yeah. there's a lot of people who were inactive when I was like becoming a mod already.
Actually, I don't know the story of how you became mod. I think, did you just like ask?
No, I did not even. Like, they literally just went like, who are people who seem like they're not mentally insane and who are kind of active, and I met the requirements.
Because you were like one of the first. Oh my god, that was a sick combo.
Not even. I mean, I guess so, like, with the current team, but... Yeah, like...
You're definitely the oldest active mod.
Yeah, I've never really thought about that. That is kind of crazy.
Sharky was a lot after you. I remember Sharky becoming a mod.
Yeah, I think so. I don't really remember when Sharky became a mod.
Nice.
Alright, that's good, that's good.
I'm gonna say
yeah,
the
I don't know. I've honestly never felt like an OG in the server because there were always people before me, and I guess, like, now I actually am. But,
you were for a while. You like... Well, I guess it's... I feel like you're an OG because I joined like way out.
Yeah,
you were like the first
like
20 people to join the server.
Nah, there's no way that's
You're
true.
in the first page.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't actually know about that.
Maybe you joined and you were inactive or something?
I think...
Or I guess you
kinda.
never leave. You never left and rejoined.
Yeah, I wasn't that active at first as well, I think. I feel like I'm an OG to everyone except myself. Holy.
Because I feel,
in
terms of like amount of people, like OGs that still are around, none. Like it's you and Sharky and Cat and Egg, I guess. These people.
Egg is a real OG.
I don't honestly, even know that I consider Egg an OG. I don't know why.
I feel like he's just not really that active. Like, he hasn't been active forever, honestly.
Like, he used to be quite active when I joined. Like,
I did not save you. I hit you before he hit you. Which was the wrong way. I don't think he was ever. I don't think he was ever active. He never.
No, he wasn't active, but like he would answer every question day when it started.
Did
he? Yeah.
I guess maybe. I don't know. I always remember Egg as just kind of leaving the server on its own. But I'm honestly kind of used to servers like that are based on existing, the communities around existing things, like becoming their own thing and no longer really connected to the original.
Like focus? Oh my god.
Okay, it's okay. Oh, I have 2 stuff.
Yeah.
I have 1 stuff. Cool.
Yeah, the fountain's red.
That's winnable.
I think, yeah, I've seen a lot of communities just kind of die recently. I don't know why. I think, well, Egg and Brawl League are prime examples of communities that are just completely dying.
I feel like Brawl League was already dead when I got there.
Yeah, Brawl League is super dead. Like, if I'm being so real, I really like everyone there, and it's a fun place, and Irie's really chill, and Expired is nice and whatever, but it's so dead there. Like, all there is the fucking guy that reposts the Costco meme.
Oh my god, that's like, I hate that so much. Holy shit, that's the unfunniest shit I've ever seen.
It really
Holy
is.
Shit.
It really is. But that's all that's there. That's all that's in the entire server.
Yeah.
And sometimes Beans like shouting at Expired for playing Chakram.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny. Beans is another one of those like really self-destructive like people.
For anyone that listens to this podcast, I'm definitely gonna publish. We were talking earlier about how.
Okay, we get to play more.
Yay! But yeah, Beans and Nightmare and there's no way we're putting this out now that we're like calling out people.
Oh yeah, no, this is something that I would never say to Beans' face or anything. Well, I guess we could cut this part out or whatever.
Okay, listen. To Beans and Little Nightmare, if you're watching, which you aren't. We say this in the nicest way possible. Calm down.
I feel like you'll... aren't helping yourself. Okay, what
do you know what I want to do? I want to kind of do like the therapy session that I do to everyone in the
without them present.
But just like without them, and I just kind of want to explain the thought process, and I want to see what you think about it as well, right?
Okay,
because I don't think I've ever talked about this directly with you, right?
Yeah.
But I think that competitive games, as a whole, like in their current state, right? And by that I mean not tiny communities, are things that you don't need to put your emotions into. Like you don't need to make negative emotions from a game like this. I think that is counterproductive. I think it's self-destructive and ultimately just kind of stupid. Because
Totally.
If you were at a skill level, at a mindset where you're like, I'm genuinely going to be a professional in this game, and I'm going to make money from this game, go for it. You know? Like, you can be angry, I don't think it helps you, but that, at least, it's like, it's valid. You know? It's like being angry at your job. Right? Even, like, you can like your job and still be angry at it. But, for everyone else, also known as most of the community, to which this is a hobby and a game, do yourself a favor. And calm down. Every time that you are angry, not only are you gonna play worse, but you're gonna enjoy playing less. Angry people make stupid, rash decisions, and then don't understand why they lose.
Yeah.
Consistently. Nice kill, by the way. That was nice.
My favorite part of a podcast is the guy constantly coughing because he's still recovering from sickness. Anyway, one thing that I want to mention is that I think is really interesting is that I do think your and my like mindset on this vary a little bit.
What do you think?
So I think what you said before is like the thing of like if you're a pro player, then like you can think about it differently. That's the way I see it too. Is like I feel like the way of looking at it is good, but it's also like a compromising mindset. Like it's kind of like the it's only a game mindset, right? Like
that is the mindset. The mindset is that it's only a game, and the mindset isn't that it's a game. The mindset is that it's a game and it should be fun.
Yeah. So I think that's a good mindset, but I also think that it is a compromise for someone who genuinely wants to like treat this like as a competitive endeavor and wants to be the best that they can be.
But the thing is that even with that, being angry doesn't help you.
Not true. I just think that the fix around it is a little bit different. Like, what I think it is like, it's working around your frustrations versus actually solving them. And I think as someone who wants to have fun, like working around your problems with the game or like your frustrations is good, but I think as someone who wants to like progress, you should find a way to solve it instead.
Yeah.
And that is kind of like what I have accepted I can't really do, because my problems with the game are very like rooted in the game itself, and I don't think that I can be satisfied or I can solve them unless the game becomes a better game. But I think that is more the thing that I would go towards, like rather. I mean, I guess not anymore. Like if
let's
I
lock
don't.
in and not lose.
Oh, I have two stocks.
Oh, wait, you have two stocks. I'm sorry. I thought we were both.
I'll kill him now. I don't have. Well, I do have a jump.
Okay,
let's lock in. We gotta lock in. We're gonna lose.
He dodged that. I destroyed the Diana's second and last stocks, by the way. That was funny. Nice.
In no universe did that hit. What
Crazy.
the hell?
That is crazy. But it's things like I think even to get to the point where you're like, I want to be competitive and I want to really put a lot of effort into this game, you shouldn't start like that. I think that's something that you do with...
Yeah, it's something you progress into, for sure.
It's something that you do just for fun. Like, there's so much, like... I think the reason that Brawlhalla truly isn't succeeding anymore is because I think that the party couch game genre is dead.
Oh yeah, I have my own thoughts on that too, but go on.
I think it's dead, and I think it's just a single game that comes and goes, and that's it.
Oh yeah, true.
Like, it's not a dead genre, but it's a dead. There's no competition, right? Like, other than like the very small communities that are left around for things like Among Us, or all those like horror games that like were super popular for like 3 seconds. Like, I don't remember what they are.
Like FNAF.
No, not FNAF.
All the FNAF copycats.
No, the couch games, the funny, not. Oh, did I hit you?
Oh, like Phasmophobia, Lethal Company.
Yeah. Those kind of things. And they all last. They're all really good games, and they last for like 5 seconds. And sometimes there's a community that stays around for them. But that's the whole genre. I
still really like Lethal Company.
I'd probably like it too if I ever played it, but it's
a shame that there wasn't more content
peak,
for it though.
Right?
I feel like Lethal Company is a game that could have lasted longer with more content.
But well, to be fair, currently it's just Landfall making these games, and that just it speaks a lot to the fact that Landfall is a really great company. But
yeah,
I could have saved you, but I forgot to.
That's okay. We are behind.
We are behind.
Just a damaged episode.
It's pretty big.
It's okay, if you extend that stock a little further.
I'll try. Hey, that was bad for extending the stock.
That's okay. As long as you're alive, it's fine.
Yeah. That doesn't kill. Oh, nice!
You extended successfully. Right, now we just gotta kill this Wushang again.
But I think that...
I missed that dare!
Are you alive?
Okay, never mind. Oh, my chain! This is a roller coaster. Sorry, you go on. Oh my god.
I can't.
I'm
you're alive
somehow.
Are you still alive? Question mark? Oh my god, you are?
No, he lived somehow. This Wushang is suicidal. It's okay. We kill this Wushang and we win, and he's like suicidal.
Did you see that fucking flash on my ground pound?
I wasn't really paying attention, honestly. He lived.
I don't know why I charged that sig. That was so
okay,
okay, I took a lot of damage. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I meant to throw that up. But Brawlhalla no longer has the same pipeline that it used to. The pipeline now is you see a YouTube video about Brawlhalla of a pro player. You want to beat that. Or TikTok, right? Of like a pro player or a diamond. And then you're like, well, that's the goal. And that immediately is gonna make it so that you cannot have a healthy mindset, in my opinion. Like, just instantly, you're fucked. Because if you start the game, like, everyone played Smash, like, how many people do you know that, like, actually learned the meta in Smash when they just, like, had it on their Wii?
Not a lot.
Zero. Zero, right? And like, I don't think that's bad for the game, because the people that saw it as a good competitive game...
I won! What?
But the people that saw it as a competitive game that they really wanted to immerse themselves in, you know, there were resources, there were things to do, you could play it, and you had fun. But for everyone else, you just had a stupid, fun game to button mash, and there was this one friend that understood how to combo, and that's it. Right? And you beat everyone. Oh no!
Yeah.
That doesn't exist in Brawl. I've never met someone that, like, actually played stupid custom lobbies with their friends, or, like, just had it around with a few controllers at their house or something. Like, it's not this game anymore. It's just not. And it's free, like, it has all the tools, and they're just not marketing it. They're just not marketing it. And that's the best audience to market towards. It's not only the biggest money to market towards, but it's also, like, the healthiest audience to market towards. The people with friends. Right? Like,
one thing I want to say is, like, you were talking about, like how you shouldn't, like, start out with the thing that I described, like, the mindset. Yeah. And also, like, I agree, like, I'm someone who has played this game a lot, so I'm coming from a very different perspective than most of these people. Like, I've already, like, gone through a lot of phases personally, so that makes it a little different for me, but I definitely agree with you. But also, in terms of, like, casual versus competitive, I think people, like, say that the strength of this game is, like, casual, but I think that casual player bases are, like, a lot more fleeting and a lot less valuable than competitive.
You had a kill there and I stopped it.
That's okay.
But that's how the pipeline should be. You should start casual.
Yeah, I just think that, like, the game needs to, like, be more functional as a competitive game, and it will be healthier for the game because, like, competitive players, I think, are ultimately the lifeblood of the game.
Yeah, no, like the biggest part of the community always is and always should be the competitive scene. But
yeah, I'm not even sure it's, like, the biggest part by numbers, but it's, like, it's a very valuable
It's the most visual part, I think.
Yeah.
We're losing this so hard, by the way.
We'll be fine. I feel like these people will self-destruct, probably.
Maybe. I feel like I'm really not focusing on the game, and more just talking about the points.
Yeah. Oh my god, okay, I'm lost that too. Alright.
Oh, no.
It's winnable, it's winnable.
I don't know why, I'm finding it really hard to read 2v2s today.
Understandable.
Probably because I didn't play 2v2s for like 9 years, but...
Okay, I got him.
I'm on, like, nothing though. Are you on 2? Okay. No, on 1 sec. Yikes, on a bike.
Killed, okay.
But yeah, like, there's just a lot of other communities that I've become a bigger part of recently that is almost exclusively casual, or like the professional or the competitive side of it is really.
That's a shame.
It's fine. Do you want to keep going or do you want to stop?
No, that's enough.
Okay.
We already won way more games. We can rematch. Let's rematch.
Oh, okay. Let's rematch. We'll lose.
That's gonna be like this best of 3 is gonna be the last games.
Okay. I'm gonna do. Who's Hammer Blasters?
I'll play Dusk. That's Cassidy.
I'm not playing Cassidy.
I think Spear's matchup into Scythe is super good because Spear does well into weapons with diagonal recoveries because Ground Pound just destroys them.
I'm gonna do Yumiko. I think they'll self-destruct when I use Soundsync. I think
fair enough.
That's my theory. But like, for example, like I've gotten a lot more into D&D and D&D related titles recently, like BG3 and Pathfinder and like all those things. And
yeah.
In those communities, like, I'm not saying that Brawlhalla necessarily has a toxic community. It really doesn't. Brawlhalla has
I think all gaming
a toxic mindset. No, I'm saying that specifically Brawlhalla has a very non-toxic community. Like
Really?
impressively non-toxic. Yes.
I don't know if I agree with that, but sure.
Because I look at other like almost exclusively competitive games like League, for example. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't think Brawl is the worst.
No, Brawlhalla is like one of the best in terms of like actually having just like players not using slurs every single 5 seconds.
Yeah,
as a rule of thumb.
But...
Yeah, like honestly,
it's my bad. Holy.
I hope Zoro doesn't watch this.
Can I live?
But you know how I said something in a tournament organization recently? How I want to... not recently, like 3 months ago. How I want to be... like take part in like a joint effort between another org.
Uh-huh.
So I wasn't really in that server ever. Oh my god, that was stupid of me. But I kind of was just like looking around there, and oh my Jesus Christ, I don't want to be a part of that.
Okay, I'm okay. Are you okay?
Allegedly.
Jesus.
I don't know what that was about.
It was a little bit scary there. Nice, okay, that works. Alright, we just gotta kill the Mornix again. Oh my god, of course.
But like, geez, the amount of slurs used.
Oh.
Calm down.
Yeah.
It's like it shows honestly a lack of care. I think that's the only way I could put it. Is
I agree.
A community that cared about its members wouldn't ever.
I have actually something to say on the same thing. That's the problem I have with the Dutch Brawlhalla Discord. Run by Crossy Chainsaw, which I like Crossy Chainsaw as a person. I do think that the way that he handles it is a little bit irresponsible, because there is someone in there who is just like openly anti like trans.
Oh, dude. I mean,
and
it's like we haven't had problems with that here, but like.
Yeah, but the thing is that he keeps him in because he keeps the server alive, which I think is like just not okay.
It really is.
Like you need to create an environment like where that isn't tolerated. You need your like gaming already isn't a safe space for like LGBT people. You need to like you have a responsibility to do your best that this environment is safe, like at least your environment. And I think that is way more important than your server being active. But that's the thing. That's the like one thing.
There is another thing that I see constantly, and like it's always trying to be addressed in gaming spheres with women in gaming, and like females in gaming. Like someone that uses she/her pronouns in gaming, and like it's so insane. The disgust that you feel emanating from people. Like they did studies on this shit as well, like, and it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, how can you be so fragile?
I think that is something that we could do like a whole other podcast on.
For real. No, like it's like gaming already has this like, especially like if you're looking at things that like Brawl, I think has less of this problem because it's 1v1 or 2v2, and it's a little more personal. It's a little more hard to insult someone when it's just them, you know. But like especially in like shooters and things that like have teams, fucking hell! Like being the only girl in a team when there's like 9 other dudes, I hate that.
I play Valorant. I know what you mean. I know.
And like I'm saying this as well as like from the point of view like even like content creators. Like there's this content creator for Baldur's Gate 3 that I really like, and she's called Morgana Evelyn. And she makes a lot of challenge runs, and she's funny, and she has like a bunch of inside jokes, like really good channel. And I think she's like already like had this sorted, but like everything is just like this insane over sexualization of her and the in-game characters, and like so weird. It's so fun because you go to like a male BG3 content creator. First of all, they don't care to comment on it. Like she has this like thing where she calls one of the main characters mommy milkers, which to be fair invites some like sexualization to an extent.
Yeah.
But, like, come on. That much.
I think it certainly doesn't help.
Obviously the fact that she does it like that doesn't help. But like still.
But with saying that, you gotta be really careful not to go into like victim blamey like rhetoric.
Yeah. It's still like it's just icky. Like everything is so icky nowadays. Like especially like now, I'm not gonna get into politics, that sucks. But like if you have like just, I don't even know how to put it. Like, for example, for me specifically, because I'm from Israel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak about chess now, which is another whole other endeavor. But I have my flag set to Israel because that's where I am, right?
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit that people will know that or won't know that. But I feel like you should be able to have a space where you don't need to talk about politics. Right? Like, if someone comes up to me and they're American, I don't immediately go and ask them, oh, the state of America, Trump. Like, because that's not what we're fucking talking about. But when it's a small, like, country that is having, like, an active issue, that's the immediate first discussion that you have. And it's just, like, this compiling thing of making places feel less safe over the past few years. Like, imagine, like, you're from Sudan right now, and it's not like people give a shit that there's a civil war there, but, like, you're going online to escape from that, right? And I'm specifically saying this because I recently, I was playing Brawl, and I matched up with someone from Sudan, and I talked to them on Discord, and, like, yeah, dude, like, real life sucks, and then online, 90% of people were just, like, spewing politics back at me. I don't care. I don't make the decisions. I think that's a thing on the internet in general. I see a lot of people fall victim to this. It's just an infinite cycle of rage baiting.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, probably.
Because if you interact with something that you don't like, you'll be shown more of it. Obviously. And so, like, for example, Oz will, like, see things that are, like, anti-Semitic online, and he'll be like, that's stupid, and like, all this stuff. Like, I agree, it is stupid, but you're gonna be shown more. You're not changing anyone's mind. You're not. Like, let's face it, there has not been a single time where an internet argument has changed someone's politics. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's a myth. It's a unicorn. And so you're just...
I mean, generally speaking, yeah.
I'm not saying it can't happen. It's just a unicorn, though. Like, it's...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think most people are also just, like, not really capable of admitting that they're wrong.
Of course. No, that shows itself even more in Brawlhalla. If you weapon starve in Brawlhalla, the post-game chat...
Oh, God. Fuck you, Beans.
Actually, you can't do that because, like, I don't care. It's an in-game mechanic. Same goes for taunting, honestly, like, as we were talking about before, but...
Bean's also the one that told me not to weapon starve in tournaments.
Yeah.
I'm still upset that I fucking... On my last talk, I had the pizza person call my doorbell and break my concentration. I lost the set because of that. I should have just walked off and left and went to the door. I was 50-50 on it while playing, but I felt like I could do it. and so I kept playing and then I lost.
I think like that's something that the community needs more of is communities. You know what I mean? Like there's no nearly enough separate communities that are like making Brawlhalla tournaments. There just aren't. Like, how many do you know of? I know of Brawl League, and there's like something from Saudi Arabia. There's Moose Wars, and what else?
I mean, I know a couple, and I know a couple more like subconsciously, but I'm also not very actively
Well, yeah,
like engaged in that.
like the
So
thing is,
I don't know what that's like right now.
there are barely any. There are barely any. Brawlhalla is dominated by Brawlhalla. You know, like I don't know how else to put that, but it
Oh my
really
god.
is.
I have like a couple of things to say on a couple of the things that we went through. With the thing you were saying about like people like instantly going to politics online, with like this issue specifically of like like Palestine,
Mhm.
I do kind of see where they're coming from, because this is not just a thing that is going on. This is like one of the things that is going on right now.
I
And
agree, but like
also, I
still,
think a lot of people feel really powerless because like you're seeing like insanity going on, and like
mhm.
there isn't really like the world leaders are like asleep at the wheel, and they're like that just like makes you feel powerless.
Okay,
So
if we are gonna talk politics for a second,
yeah.
like if you want to know my personal take, um, is that if we're gonna be real, the reason that there's a war right now is because it's really comfortable and it's really easy for there to be a war right now.
I
That's
think
the
that's kind
reason.
of generally like
And I'm saying this like in general. Like this is like it is
yeah.
super nice for the world for there to be a war in the Middle East. There was like a few years, like 2018 to 2023, like those 5 years, there was barely any wars in the Middle East, and people were like freaking out, right? Like oil prices were getting high because people were like, "Oh, I
Oh,
could do this," and people
okay.
were like, "I don't have like this tool to use." And like the second this started, there's no reason for it to just fall.
Okay. Yeah. So like most political thing I'll say in here, like America has been fueling war in the Middle
Yeah,
East like forever. So that's just a common trend. Like
it's not just
and
America.
they're
It's not just
still
America, and it's Europe too, and it's China, and it's Russia.
yeah, of course. Yeah. I think it is like America is the main one. Of course it's like it's happening from like obviously Europe too.
No,
Like
I think America is
yeah.
the main monetary reason.
Yeah.
America and China now more so, like
I didn't even
recent
know about that, but I can see it.
but like
But yeah.
there's this creator called Dreg.
Notch. Sorry. Sorry. I couldn't help it.
There's like this creator called Dreg that does a lot of satire mostly, and
Yeah.
a bunch of the satire is like political satire, and
Yeah.
some of it is like he has this theory called the political horseshoe. Now, what is the political horseshoe, you
Oh,
might ask?
I
Uh,
know about horseshoe theory actually.
yeah, so horseshoe theory is not a meme, but it's meme-like in how stupid it is and how like
Yeah.
accurate it is, in my opinion. Where the more center you go, the more varied people's actual views of the world and what need to be done are. Like center left and center right will see a common reasonable thing that needs to be done, and the difference is how to get there. And then the second that you leave that,
Wait, is that really part of it?
yes,
Are you serious? That is...
Yeah,
wow.
it's not only that, they're the ones that hate each other the most.
That's crazy.
But the farther you go, center left, far left and far right, the more you'll have problems that don't exist or don't need solving, and the same way of solving them. Like, to some extent, right? Like, you see, like, the far left, and, like, so many things are made about, like, race and identity and things like that, and how much it's, like, weaponized against people. And then you go to the right, and what are they saying? The same thing. But it's like, oh, look at these people weaponizing their sexuality and their race and everything like that. And both of them lead to race war.
If I'm honest, I think that far left is like... okay, there's another one more political thing I'll say. I think far left is extremely rare, like in our society.
In actual people,
I think most of what people call far left is like the far right, like deeming it so, like the far right pulling the center more to the right.
There's like this idea, I don't remember what it's called, but like what is normal to think nowadays?
Yeah, the Overton window.
Oh, the Overton window, right? And so horseshoe theory also says that currently Overton window isn't in the center anymore. If you're actually like someone that thinks in the center, you're the weird one. You're the one that acts crazy.
I don't actually think it's really right and left, by the way, but isn't it more like progressivism and like conservatism?
Well,
like at least if you're talking about if you're talking about like
in
race
terms
and
of
stuff
that,
and like
like and
like right and left are more economic, right?
Yeah. Even though that's also wrong, like, it's not a correct way to do ideologies. But like, if you're in the center, like truly in the center, and like, what is center like? What is the politics of someone that is central? Politics of someone that's central is problems will arise. We will look to history to see how to solve them, and then we'll solve them. And things that are divisive, I'm going to ignore. That's what center is, right? And center left and center right are very similar to that, but they're like, but I'll lean right. I'll lean conservative on like the divisive topics, and I'll lean left to the divisive topics. No one is
if I ignore
center,
all of this fighting, then there isn't any fighting,
right? No, but like that's another thing. Like, what do centrists think? Nothing changes forevermore.
I mean that is essentially conservatism.
No, that's centrism. Because
well, yeah, but that's a conservative mindset.
Yeah, it is to an extent a conservative mindset. But like then, like the second that you go away, it's like we need to send out our armies to do, I don't know. Like immediately.
You don't mean the food place Arby's, right?
No, our armies. Army.
Oh, the Arby's. Wow.
We need to remove Arby.
Launch the sandwiches.
How to deal with
it's like
Ukraine,
an army of people and they're
Arby's.
all in Arby's clothes. I don't even know what those look like.
Just big cowboy hats.
Is that what they wear?
I don't know. I'm just being racist.
Okay, fair enough then. As a mod in Exub Surfer, I think I'm gonna have to ban you.
I think that's something that's been lost as well. I think this is a bit controversial to say, but I think that just a little bit of racism is okay.
I'm gonna stop you there.
No, I'm not saying like actually being hateful towards other people, but like making light of the differences.
Oh, that's more of a different discussion of like
yeah.
Like
I think I've seen people like being cancelled because they were like made a joke that like women be shopping. I'm like, really? Really?
Mm.
That's
Well,
what triggers you?
I
That's the
think
issue?
well, okay, so my thoughts on that, like in terms of comedy, is I believe that there is a line, like there's a spectrum between a joke being funny and a joke
Yeah.
being offensive. I think there's a line, and I think that the more offensive a joke is, the funnier it has to be to justify itself, because
Yeah.
otherwise, it's just easy
It,
shock value.
it's not just it's just being racist at that point. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, but also like that makes like it, shock value can make a joke, but that's a bad joke.
I think like if we're talking like in a set, like if you have like two jokes that are like pure shock value, that's fine. But like if your entire set is that you're just
Oh
happy
yeah,
making jokes.
no, I mean like that, like the context kind of matters there too. Like it's not that shocking is like necessarily bad,
Yeah.
but like there, like I think you know what I'm talking about. There's
Yeah.
actually I was gonna ask you if you've seen Community because we were talking about Community. Um,
I haven't. I need to.
well, they have an episode where there's this comedian that people are like protesting against, like
Mhm.
coming up, and so they're trying to get him up, like as like because they believe in like freedom of speech and like whatever,
Mhm.
and like the ultimate point is that his material is so horrible. Like is he's just saying like, wow, so I don't know, whatever, like you're minority, ha ha ha, racism. And like, so the point is that it's like it's so not worth fighting over. But that's like what I mean. That's the part of like offensive but not funny to like
Yeah.
compensate.
I think like that I remembered. My girlfriend recently traveled to Argentina with her family. Right, her family's originally Argentinian. They moved here like 25-ish years ago.
Yeah.
And they still have a lot of family in Argentina. And go to Argentina sometimes because they can afford it. And they go there, and one night that they're there, they go to a comedy show, right? And it's kind of like one of those bars where it's not just one person, like kind of rotates.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy, like the entire night up until then was just a shitter. Like no one was funny, and
Yeah.
it was all like really like shit jokes. And there was this one guy that came up, and he started doing like Holocaust jokes, but they
Oh
were
god.
actually really funny Holocaust jokes. And
Okay.
and everyone felt super uncomfortable, and they were the only people that were laughing. Like the Israelis in the crowd.
It's interesting because on one hand, I think that you have to be really careful with that. But
Obviously.
on the other hand, I do believe that there are ways of poking fun of it at it that make it like that are good, that
Yeah.
like make it easier to process and like think about.
I don't know. It's weird. I think comedy recently has gone so odd. Like
Well, it's gonna peak when I upload my video.
I think genuinely though, like it's become so clear to me that like comedy as a concept right now is so fluid and so meta ironic. I can't keep
uh,
up. I
I
can't keep
think
up
like
anymore.
the new age like randomness, like for the sake of randomness, like
Yeah,
there's a lot of like bad. So the thing with comedy is it's like I believe that it is like the art of like making sense in a nonsensical way, and
yeah.
these like randomness things, they just don't make
They
sense.
just
So
really don't make sense.
yeah, so that's not enough. Like you have to have some kind of way where it does make sense, and that makes it funny.
Like there's have you watched Evangelion perhaps?
What's that?
It's a show. It's from the 90s. But
Like the Neon
Neon
Genesis
Genesis
even?
Evangelion, yeah.
No, I haven't.
So it's this really dark, really fucked up show with a lot of
Yeah,
really fucked up moments and like
yeah.
so many like really tough topics and choices and things and like body horror and all those things, and it has a thriving meme community.
That's pretty funny.
Like, spoilers for Evangelion, if anyone remembers this, but like all the accounts are called like Ray Fanta or like Asuka getting shot in the face or whatever, and it's just like how the main characters die terrible deaths. And it's just like the name of them, and that's all they joke about. And
Okay.
I don't know what the point was, but I think that's pretty funny. I think like I wish more communities were like that they were able to like become just ironic. I wish that's where it stopped. Because like, in that community, I see the comedy and it's obviously just ironic. Because you watch the show and like it's super sad and it's super emotional and like it's philosophical and all those things. And you want to still think about that show, but you don't want to think about like the fucking terrible part of it. Like you want to think about
Yeah.
but you don't want people just like be coming out with video essays constantly, even though they do. You
Yeah.
want to be able to just like have it be a part of your life now. And if you're able to have just like these stupid jokes of just like people like exploding and just like the most terrible scenes with like stupid TikTok music, I think that helps. I think that's a good balance.
Sounds also it sounds fitting for like a franchise like that.
Yeah.
Okay, there were two more things that I wanted to comment on, and
Mhm.
one of them is already gone, and the other one is slipping from my mind.
Okay, do
So,
it fast.
okay, so the first thing I want to say, I think that's about the like casual versus competitive thing, which way I was like way.
It's fine.
Okay, so one thing that I don't know if I talked about this with you yet, but I've talked about this before. I feel like a lot of people say that they're casual, but they're really like competitive and in denial about it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
100%.
that's what I feel when I see people complain, or I saw people complaining about like how everyone is tryharding and experimental. It's like on
Tryharding
one
as a
hand,
concept is the stupidest word that was ever invented.
yeah, the thing is like on one hand, you can't have fun if you don't win, and that's why that's the only reason like that the tryhards gets you because you can't have fun if you don't win. But on the other hand, doesn't that make you a tryhard? Like these people, they just want to always win, but
Yeah.
there's no way for the game to work like that. That's what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
I think people want the game to cater to like a casual community, but I feel like it's kind of opposite. Like a lot of people just need to come out with the fact that they either need to like stop caring as much about winning or start like admitting that they do care about winning and like start like improving.
No, here's what people actually want. People want to read the patch notes and see that their legend and their weapons got buffed. That's what people
That's
want.
fair.
I know that
I'm
because
trying to
I was
think.
like that. I was so like that. Like, I want to say like 2020, like COVID times when I was playing Brawlhalla way too much. Um,
Yeah.
like that was 100% like they'd come out with like a patch and they like nerfed guitars and I'm like, no, why? I made Ember. Don't you know?
I've never really been like that, to be honest, because I always like for some reason I have like a natural interest in playing weapons that are not like meta. Like for some reason when a character gets buffed, I kind of lose interest, and when they get nerfed, I go like, hey, I don't know,
I
it's
would be like that
self-destructive, but
now, but I one trick Ember so hard.
it's not even a choice. It's just for some reason that's how I am, and I don't know why.
No,
It's kind of self-destructive
I
as a
don't think it's
competitive player.
self-destructive. I really don't. I think that, well, first of all, I think that picking the anti-meta is in some way the meta because you're playing what people are least experienced against.
Yeah.
Like in terms of that, I don't think it's a bad decision. Like at every single point, I think like the best character in the game is like Vector. or something stupid, or like Sentinel.
Oh,
or,
okay.
like
I see. I thought you meant like the actual bit, but I
no,
see
like
what you
in
mean.
win rate.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
against that, and that's
I
just
mean,
because like
I,
they're
I agree,
decent.
but that is also kind of more of a nutter mindset, and that's never the kind of player that I've tried to be. Like, that's the reason why people are like surprised when I play Azoth and they see me play and they see me actually underutilize the signatures. Is because I want to be like a genuinely good player and not someone who like wins because of their like niche playstyle or character pick or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think the like casual versus competitive thing is also a thing that I could talk about for a whole podcast.
100%.
But there was another thing. I think it maybe had to do with you talking about tournament communities, or was
Maybe.
it? No. What did we talk about before that?
I think
We
we're
talked
talking.
about politics, and then how did we get to tournament communities?
Oh, I was just talking about communities in general and how like
Oh
Baja is a
yeah,
decent one.
oh yeah.
Surprisingly, I think that's something that a lot of people in Brawlhalla communities don't understand is how genuinely good the community is. Like,
I I don't know if
okay,
I agree with that.
now look, if you're gonna be like, look at the official Brawlhalla Discord server, I agree, right? What
I
was the new
don't
one?
look at the official Brawl Discord server.
There was like a mod that was like grooming people. I don't know.
Oh no! Oh my
I
god!
don't
I'd
know.
forgotten about that.
I don't
Holy
know.
shit!
Maya told me about it at some point. I was like,
What the hell?
I don't. Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Oh my! Is it? I mean, is
It's
that
over. It's
still?
over. It's
Is it?
over.
What happened?
Banned him.
Oh, okay, Jesus.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Oh my
Um,
god.
but like if you're
I that
talking about like most of the individuals, and I don't know, I
yeah.
have a really, I think for like a few months, I was like the only mod in the server that looked at BB log. I think it was like me and you sometimes. There was like a while, especially when I was in my old job. That's like what I would do, and so I'd see like the amount of actually like bad things that happened here. And at that point, the server was growing to some extent. Like that's when Rain joined and things like that. So
Yeah, okay.
we had a lot of
But
people, but
I do
like
think that that is also the community that Egg has cultivated, though. Like, I don't
that's
think this is a good
possible.
reflection of the Brawler community as a
That's
whole.
possible. But like let's like if I'm trying to think about like how many bad things we've had happen in this server, like not many. Like
Yeah, that's true.
if we're being like so real, we had like the one recently with Mobin and the other weird person that was doing something with Jake. I don't know what that was. We had I think we had a year of nothing. Like nothing bad happening.
Okay, real talk.
Yeah.
I think that a big reason for that is that we have an active mod team that like
True.
actually safeguards the space. I think that is what is missing in a lot of Brawler spaces. Like Brawl League, I think has that where like the mod team is super like absent.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that is also what's going on with Brawlhalla in general, where so community management is like, this is just in terms of top players, right? Because that's the only ones who really get banned. But I think you already know about this, but so they've been handing out bans left and right. Like I don't even know like the players they've banned, but they've banned people and there's been zero explanation why. Apparently.
No,
And
yeah, I do know
meanwhile,
that.
yeah, and meanwhile, like whenever there's actually like something that happens that needs like handling now, nothing happens. Like it's completely insane, and I think it's really 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 disappointing. Like you can't you can't be like this irresponsible with such a like vulnerable player base, with like even just setting the example. Like if you're
And
like if
so
you're
many
gonna
of
be
kids as well.
out, yeah, if you're gonna be handing out bans like that, at least like take care of the people who do actually warrant action. Like I think Snowy's when it really like became
Is
obvious.
Snowy
Like
banned yet?
no, I think the Snowy
God.
situation, like I mean, he posted his whole thing, and I don't know. Uh, I mean, I don't know if I really should talk about Snowy himself, because like, it's not really like our place to like to speculate on that, I think. But I think the issue there is that for a while there were these accusations, and there from him there was nothing, and he still played out of LAN. How is
So
that
that's crazy.
possible?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like I agree.
that
Like it's really difficult to deal with because like at that point, how do you vet that someone doesn't have a grudge against him and just makes false accusations and just like fucks his life, right?
yeah.
That's
Okay,
problematic on the internet generally,
yeah,
but that's always going to be just a fact of life, and you're
yeah,
gonna vet it, and you are like, as Brawlhalla, what you need to do is you need to be like, okay, these are serious accusations. Give us some form of evidence, which was given, and then just be like, okay.
yeah. At least like
Like for
take him
now,
out of the like.
unless proven otherwise, like they're not a court system. It's not innocent to proven guilty. It's there are
Yeah,
people that can be hurt.
yeah. And also, like, at least for now, until there's like more clarity, just don't allow him to play at the most recent LAN.
At
People are
least,
already getting banned for no reason.
yeah.
Like, what's the worst that happens when you do that is that someone innocent didn't get to play in a tournament. The worst that can happen when you don't do that is that some madman is just walking around in
Yeah.
your public space that is managed by you in between a bunch of people. A lot of them are gonna be underage. It's insane.
It really is. And like,
And I only really lately realized, but it really kind of like shows as well in the way that they handle their report system, because the report system has been a joke like ever since its
always.
inception.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it fundamentally doesn't even work anymore, and it hasn't ever since post game chat got removed, because the only place for someone to get reported is in the post game lobby,
Yeah.
where people can't talk anymore, so you can't even know if they're gonna be a piece of shit. And if they room invite you and talk shit to you, or like they spout slurs or whatever,
You can't do
you
anything.
can't report them, especially when they ban you from their own room.
Dude,
So
I had so many things of like people like just spamming slurs, and I reported them, and then I like batched them like 2 days later. Like, really, really?
so yeah. So like the fact, honestly, I think the fact that post game chat got removed, aside from like being maybe even an like a way to avoid having to fix their in-game chat system, because it's so fucking garbage.
It's
But
so
I
easy
think
to fix too.
I I think the more obvious, I mean, yeah, it just should not close after 5 seconds, and also you should be able to copy text from the chat and it's done. Like, it's fixed.
No, and also you shouldn't have to press enter every time you want to fucking type.
But I think like the more obvious, like the thing that people already like realize as well, is that they just would rather hide like the bad in their community than deal with it.
100%. Like there was
Like,
the whole Daiko doc about like all the racist players in EU, also known as 50% of
oh
them.
god, yeah.
Nothing happened.
I mean, there was a ban wave because of that, because they kind of had to.
No, like 3 people got banned. I think is all that happened.
I think I don't remember,
As far as
but
like,
I mean,
not
okay,
enough happened.
at least some people got banned.
And it's not like the fucking issue is solved.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to name names because I don't remember, but I know a lot of players in EU have just like dropped N-word hard R live on stream.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Or like I remember there was like one clip of one of them saying like something like, "Oh, I lost to you because you're black," or something like insane.
Oh my god.
Or
Yeah.
uh like people being like like using kike, just called language, rare slur nowadays, but like I saw
Oh
it
yeah,
on
I don't
the
actually know that slur. but I think I've seen it before
like,
here.
It's crazy. It's crazy how like it's not even something that's that hard to do. Like if we're being so
it's just complacency.
Find 5 people because people are so willing to. People are so willing to. Do you know what people would do to get like the slightest amount of power in an online space? I know like we're talking and it's like so hypocritical because we're mods here, but like still, like, do you know what?
I mean, that's how I started. Like, it's because we're actually like doing it, and that's the reason that our community is like so relatively like so good.
Because instead of like having like the thing like in this server, when you look at like mod chat, we're talking about like these super niche edge cases and like this thing of like, oh, is this allowed? Is it to NSFW? Should we talk to them about it? Oh, I saw that in this guy's about me, they said something that could be interpreted as like the fact that we're there, and in other servers, like one mod trying to tell the admin like, hey, can you please let me ban the person that's been spamming the N-word? Like,
I love the discussions because I feel like it helps everyone's like understandings with the rules and like why we have certain like.
I mean, I had a pretty big fuck up recently, and I'm not ashamed of calling it a fuck because it was a fuck up where people were talking about Yuri, and I was 100% certain that
they were just I remember that
talking about pornography actively, and I just deleted it. And I talked to them and like, hey, you can't talk about that here. What the fuck? And they were and they were getting super defensive about it because they knew what it was and I didn't. And I was like, what do you mean? You're talking about like very NSFW things, and they were like, it's NSFW because it's like LGBT. And like, no, what? How is that related? And then we talked about it, and then I looked it up, and it was like, oh, it's just anything that's related to lesbian relationships is just called Yuri.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that you're like, it's good that you can say like, oh, I was wrong, because also that's funny as fuck, honestly.
I was so certain. Like and like I talked to I posted it in Matcha and people were like, yeah, you're in the wrong here. I'm like, what do you mean I'm in the wrong? They were talking about porn, and they were like, no. I'm like, what? Like they linked a website and everything, and it was
And the hypocrisy there is that we have a relatively small space, which is a fair point. But like last thing I will say about it before I go to try and finish my video because it's getting late. And also I'm getting angry because this I'm actually like, this is actually like one of my biggest. I mean, it's one of my biggest problems with the game. Honestly, it's like I feel like it's really really bad, but. Like this is the biggest problem I have aside from like actual gameplay issues, and a big reason for me to be less like motivated to play, because I feel like it's like it shows disregard and like disdain to your player base. But the thing is like, I play a lot of Valorant lately, and that's maybe the worst space that I've ever engaged in with gaming. Like I know League is bad, but I've never played League. Valorant, holy shit, dude. Holy shit. I wish I could kill like 90% of Valorant players, honestly. And don't share this with anyone because I don't think I can actually say that. It's not a threat. It's a personal desire.
It's not a personal. It's just like a god. I think
this is a threat. 90% of Valorant players, be afraid. I will take an axe and I will come to your house.
Single Dutch person will find you.
Anyway, so the thing with that is like, at least like they have a really good report system where like if you report someone, and like they did something bad, they will get banned, and it will happen like probably soon, maybe even while you're playing the game that they're in. And it's like, it's obviously not going to fix the problem, but that isn't the point. The point is one part, like, creating an environment where it is discouraged to be like, or to openly, like, act like the worst person ever.
Yeah.
And secondly, is to have that satisfying experience of, like, someone is being, like, the worst. At least I can click this button and I can there be active repercussions for them.
Yeah.
That's satisfying. Getting room invited and then getting slurs thrown at your face, which in my case, because I'm privileged as fuck, most of the time don't even apply to me. And then getting banned and not getting to do anything about it is, like, the worst thing ever. So that's the difference. And I think that, yeah, like, Brawlhalla as a game, like, this is one of the most important things I think that need to change. Like, we all know it's bad and it's kind of been a meme, but I do think it's a very serious issue.
No, it really is a serious issue. I think it's a, I think, like, that's the kind of the point. It's just an issue with communities nowadays as a whole of people just really, no one wants to put in the effort because they're kind of like, I don't even know, like, and like, I'm part of a lot of, like, smaller communities that also, like, even if you have a really small community and it's like just friends, but it's like 100+ people, just take one of them that you trust and just be like, hey, you specifically, and me, and like owner and friend, we go through the messages sometimes and we see just people spamming slurs, we delete that. I think, like, and it just, like, scales up. I think there should be, realistically, a mod for every 750 people.
Yeah.
And that's,
I mean, I don't know if that's, like,
I don't know specific numbers.
Yeah,
it feels
I mean,
reasonable.
you just said specific numbers.
I feel like that would be safe. Right?
Yeah.
If I was now making a community and I had, like, 10,000 members, I would want, like, 70, 80 mods.
I think that at least there should be something, like, even one mod is better than no mod. Like, there needs to be a first step made.
And, like,
and
it's terrible.
I would chalk it up to, like, ignorance, but, like, the removing of post-game chat feels more like malicious complacence to me. Like, that is actively, like, avoiding doing any work on the problem because it's just easier to pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And I think I've always been upset over post-game chat getting removed, and I don't think I've ever really understood why, because, like, I feel like it does destroy some, like, community aspect of the game, so it destroys a lot of good, but I've, like, never really realized that it also, like, it hurts because it's like it's an attempt to not actually fix a problem that does seriously need to be addressed.
Mm-hmm. You know, like, just to, like, look at it, I just went into the visual Brawlhalla server, and, like, what I see immediately is like, just, like, a message of, like, reporting users. Moderators may not be available at all times, even if you pay. That's why we have a report system. If you witness a rule breaking or an incident you believe needs moderator attention, you can use /report, a function of mod mail. It'll prompt you to include the user.
How fucking hard is it? Yeah.
Like, and if we're being so for real, how hard is it? Yeah, like, I think that's what we were gonna say. Like, how hard is it to have a mod available at all times?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're just, like, if we got lucky with our mod team, like, having always having at least some people who like are there and are, like, actively like involved.
Yeah.
Or like if this is just normal and if no one else, like, is putting in any effort whatsoever. I don't know. I feel like it's a combination, honestly. I feel like we're lucky with like how things turn out in the server, because especially at first, like I feel like I tell you before, I was very randomly selected.
Yeah.
but I also like when I look at Brawl League and I look at like, okay, there's one mod who's talking here and no others, and everybody knows, like that's just like, come on, man.
It really like it's not like it like with BL especially. Also, since Oz told me what that stands for, it's harder to say that because I know that means boy love and it's a fucking book genre for some reason. But like, how is it genuinely that there are 3 mods? That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense, and they're all Europe. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure like everyone is Europe, and they're just like 3 mods, and like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? I feel confident that at any point in the day, no matter what time it is, you will look to the right side of the screen and you will see at least someone that's like asleep. Like that you could go, and I'm pretty sure every single mod has like DMs open or message request that you can just go and be like, "Hey, happening, fucked up." And I know this happens because I've been messaged like this,
Yeah.
and like um, and it's not like you have to work at it. The mods have to work at it. I feel like there isn't currently a mod that people see as like a bad person or as like a scary person, other than Cap. But
I think Cap is like the good kind of scary.
yeah, um, I think like even in like in that terms, I don't think people are genuinely scared of Cap, right?
No,
No,
yeah.
like
It's more like a meme.
it is like I know people aren't scared of Cap because Sparrow used to DM him every day asking for nudes. I think that was the story or something stupid like that.
Oh my god, I don't even know about that.
He
What
still
the
got
hell?
mod, which is crazy. That was
Oh, it
before.
was before he got mod? What?
Dude,
Okay.
early days of Egg. Like I don't know early days, but like what I enjoyed, it was so funnier. It was so stupid. I remember like I think it's just that there there were less kids. I think is the main point. And I
I
have nothing against the people that are here now. There's a lot of cool people that have joined recently. Like Rain joined recently, and Rain's really cool. And who else have we had? Dragonard was pretty recent. We've had a lot of really like sincere, like cool people that have joined recently, but we also had like a big slump, right?
I
Of
feel like that's part kind of rose tinted glasses, because we were also younger.
okay, but we weren't as young.
Yeah, but there's also always been kids.
There's always been kids. I feel like it's been less felt.
I mean, I feel about this differently, but I do kind of see what you mean. I think it's more so a thing of like uh I'm trying to like to articulate how I'm feeling in like a non-rude way.
You gotta be rude.
Um
Like listen.
what is being recorded for your
No,
10
like
billion subscriber count
I know.
YouTube channel?
In my opinion, and I'm saying this as someone that has been a teacher and that's going to continue being in a teacher like role very soon. Like that's what my job is now. Um, I think that nowadays kids aren't being reminded that they're children nearly enough in so many ways. Like and I see this like with my students or like to be fair, it was quite a while ago, but like 2.5 years ago, I was working pretty much full time as a teacher for kids that like struggling with homework and other things like that. Like falling behind a little bit with classes, they stay behind after school, and I would help them. Right, that's pretty much the point. And those kids didn't act like they were their age at all, right? And I saw this like especially like in the middle school kind of demographic, especially where you'd have like 12-year-olds talking about like politics and sex and sexuality um and
Okay.
bigotry and things like that. And like
Yeah.
maybe that's just an issue here. I don't
No.
know.
Okay.
But from
Do
what
you
I see,
want?
it's everywhere.
Okay, so my reality clash with this exact same thing is when I've been a table tennis like trainer, and I was working with like the younger kids at some point, and they asked me about Squid Game. That's
That's
the moment
crazy.
that it struck me, and that is a universal thing. I'm pretty sure. I think
It is. It is.
like because you see it everywhere. Like you see like YouTube content, like Roblox, like it's Squid Game for kids. I do like, huh? Like that is actually just I will never be
It's
able to wrap my head around.
because I like
Like,
and I remember like the first thing that I saw that I got like really shocked as well because I remember like I watched Squid Game like a little bit after it came out, and I watched it like wow that's a really deep show, has a big political message and but it's like it's dark, like that's one of the darkest shows I've watched recently.
yeah, that's like one of the least like
Child friendly
fit for
shows.
children media of all. Like, there's no reason for kids to be watching that.
And not only that, I think that children watching it is counter to the point that it's trying to make. Because a kid wouldn't get it. A kid would look at it and think like that's a cool thing. Whereas an adult, you're
Yeah,
looking at it like, oh my god, it's disturbing. Because like,
yeah, yeah,
oh,
exactly.
dead blood, like which is crazy.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, totally.
Um, and like it's everything. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, here I had a really sad interaction with a few kids when there was a siren during one of my lessons, and one of the kids like just started having like a serious like mental breakdown, which
Oh,
understandable,
yeah,
right? Like you're 10 years old and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you need to understand like you need to run. You have like a minute. You have to get to a certain space. You have to stay there. You're hearing
Yeah.
explosions. And, like one of these kids had like a mental breakdown, and I'm there and I'm trying to comfort them. And one of the kids, that is their friend, also came up to me and was like, "Listen, they're sensitive to missiles." And I was like just sitting there for a second. I'm like, "What do you mean?" Right? Like, how are we not? Like and like and you look deep down and you realize you're also sensitive to missiles, and everyone is. There's just people that are not as good at hiding their emotions, and
Yeah.
like people that are just less good at dealing with them. But like you're looking at these kids that are just like immediately like I'm thinking like 11ish years ago there was another war here, and it wasn't similar in scope, but there was also a lot of missiles. And or like in the 80s there when my parents were growing up, they tell me stories as well, and it's a lot more lighthearted, right? It's a lot more kind of a thing where it was never this like they didn't get it. They didn't get what was happening. The things were
Yeah.
happening around them, and it's scary. It's still scary. It was still scary. they just saw it as what it was. And nowadays, I have children that are like, oh, it's this group sending these missiles, and like, dude, you're 10. You don't need to know this. You shouldn't know this. It doesn't help you. It doesn't make you more safe. It just makes you feel worse, and it's so sad to me. And like, there's no. It's just because the internet exists,
Yeah.
right? Like you,
Yeah.
and like I think about this a lot too, because in truth, I do want kids, right? In the future, and it's a thing where I think genuinely, how do I make them not like this?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that's already a good first step that a lot of parents seem to not be making. For some, I will never understand.
Dude, some parents, it's crazy. Like I remember,
I do feel like we're raising like a generation of like a lot of like people who have not had the proper like care.
I think what we're raising is a generation of insanely depressed people.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
People that just have
so
insane amounts of depression.
retroactively, we're sorry, okay? We're doing our best.
us two specifically.
Yeah, it's us two against the world.
A lot of people are. A lot of people are doing their best.
Some people are.
Yeah.
I don't think we're doing the most our best out of anyone. Like.
Yeah. No, obviously. But.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because every single generation had this feeling of like, it's so Jover with me, like my kids are gonna be the last ones, but that's been true for like 300 years, right?
Yeah.
Other than like post World War, and they're like, oh, we're gonna live forever. That's a specific period.
Yeah.
But it's always been like, it's so Jover. There's never been a we're so back.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's also common for every generation to think that the next generation is doomed.
Yeah.
But I think
this time it's for real.
I think this time there's a lot more to that, and also like I feel like people who say that need to be a lot more sorry about it, because it's your fault. Like, you did this.
Yeah.
Like, it's your children. Like, what?
Dude, like when I like see people like not understanding just like how genuinely difficult it is to live right now.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not talking like, it's not really country specific. It's the Western world. And like this includes Japan and China and whatever. Places,
I think it includes a lot of countries.
Yeah, just like first world countries, pretty much, right? Places that have economies that are normal sized. And obviously third world countries as well. It's always been hard to live there, but it's just hard to exist economically. Like, if we're talking like, let's say like where I live, right? Minimum wage is around 5,500 shekels. It's the equivalent of like 1,700 euros a month. Okay. And that's for working full time. So say you're working full time, you're making like 5,500. The cheapest apartment, like if you want to live alone, the cheapest like single room apartment, which means like studio apartment, that I found that's livable, which means not an actual trash heap, that I found in my area is 3,000.
Damn.
Which means that to live, you have 1,500. And like,
That's
yeah, sure, like you could have roommates, and be with a partner and all that stuff. Like, yeah, sure, but not everyone can. Not everyone can. Like, the only reason that I was able to save up a considerable amount of money is because I had a really good financial background, and my father made sure that I understood what to do with money.
Well, that's
And
another thing that I feel like
people
where
are, yeah,
I'm
they don't
baffled
give a
that
shit.
this isn't like that children aren't being taught more about that.
Yeah, seeing as it's
Like
such a central part of their life. Yeah.
yeah, I just like feel like with like most people that I see online, like the amount of money, like people who have like financial struggles, and then like the amount of money they'll sink into a game, it's like
It's crazy.
I come from a very fortunate place, but I also like have been taught by my parents to not do that, and it's not that
Yeah.
difficult, and it's really like fundamental.
Like, it's these like fundamental things, and like the point is, in my opinion, keep the rich rich and the poor poor. Like that's what they do. That's why they don't teach them, because then you wouldn't have poor people, and
I
then
guess.
the economy's fucked, I guess. But that's beside the point. But like the only reason that I'm able to have saved up money is because I got disability pay because I'm fucking disabled. uh, I live with my girlfriend. We and we budget every month, and we keep track of our money, and we don't eat out, and we don't buy the expensive things at the supermarket, and we only cook, and we take the bus, and we don't have a car, and like it's all those things combined that make it so that we're able to save at all, right? Because like, and we're not working for minimum wage either. Like now we're going to be students, we're going to be working for a lot less, whatever. Up until
Yeah.
now, I was working and making. Wow, why
Did
is
you
she
just make a
still?
frog sound?
No, that's my phone's
Oh,
thing.
okay. I thought that was you for a second.
Um, but like like we're not living on that much of a margin.
Yeah.
Like if we had a car, I don't think that we've been able to save like 30% of what we have. Like genuinely, 70% of our savings I could see just going towards a car and like repairing and all that shit. Like it's that quick. And look, we saved a considerable amount of money. I don't feel we were talking about like, but like I've saved up like together over the course of 3 years, we've managed to save up a combined total of 150,000 shekels. Right, so divide that by four to roughly see like euros. Um, and that's like classic young couple, perfect situation to save. Right, see people that don't need to spend a lot of money, and we're able to save like the equivalent of like 12K a year, euros. And so I think like 12K a year euros means that every month we're able to save like 1,000 euros, which means that if we weren't together, if we weren't doing this together, how the fuck does anyone do this? If we weren't pocket pinchers, how the fuck? The answer is they don't.
Yeah. I don't think the way that we're like the world works right now is sustainable, honestly. But
It really isn't.
that's
Like
that's also like a really deep dive. Um but yeah.
I don't know.
I
Put all
I
your money
agree.
on Nvidia stock and
And gold.
gold. Gold is up now recently because something stupid Trump said. I don't know.
Okay.
If you want to talk economics, something really funny happened recently.
Because Trump ate a bunch of gold and now there's less there's less
First of all, I'm seeing now people are saying he died. I don't know.
there's less supply.
Imagine though, honestly. I don't think anyone would be sad. I think one of the few people that could die and people wouldn't be sad. They might be disappointed, but no one would be sad. Isn't that hateful to say? Maybe. I don't care.
Yes, but it's warranted.
Yeah. I think same thing goes for fucking Elon Musk and his Mecha Hitler AI. Do you remember that? That was so funny.
The Grok I just saw
Yeah.
a little bit.
Grok just like went around being like, I am Mecha Hitler.
That's really funny. Yeah,
It's
no,
so
there's a
stupid.
lot of people like that.
But he recently made a decision to buy 10% of a US company. And like economically it doesn't sound so crazy until you think like, wait, but isn't that like against the free market specifically? Isn't that just communism?
What do you mean?
The government controlling the companies?
Oh, I mean, didn't he get kicked out of the government?
Trump?
Oh, no, I thought you meant Elon Musk.
No. Trump did that by himself.
Oh.
He bought 10% of Intel.
I think we're well past that, honestly.
I think we're past logic.
Yeah.
And understanding what things are.
Yeah, I feel like you're well past logic when you say Trump. But one of the things that I wanted to say, so remember how I didn't want to articulate like something in a rude way?
Mm-hmm.
Like what I wanted to say, I feel like a lot of the people who were active in in the old Exit server, like the kind of like the community we accumulated that's now kind of like the emote club like people.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of them were just genuinely funny.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot less of I think maybe that even ties a little bit into what we were talking about before, how like
jokes don't exist anymore.
Well, they do, but like I feel like generally as a hipster, I think that good things will always keep existing, but it's just getting drowned out more, I think.
That's a really funny way of saying things. As a hipster.
I mean, like, come on.
Oh my god. I'm sorry about the frog.
I'm the only one who got sad when Steam like removed the discount coupon feature. Like I'm a verified hipster.
I don't notice. I didn't know they had coupons.
That's like 50% of the reaction, and then like 49% of the reaction was like, "Thank God they finally got rid of that feature." And then 1% of the reaction was me crying.
What was the feature?
It's like if you level up your badge, you would get a discount coupon, for a random game. And for a while, that was just how I found like random ass niche games that I would maybe buy.
Oh, that's cool. Why would they remove that?
Exactly, because I guess because people weren't using it and they have nothing better to do, even though Steam's UI is like, oh, but like, I don't know. I think they actually just did it to like make me sad.
Honestly, though, if we're talking about community management and moderation, I think Steam's on top.
Is it?
Dude.
Oh, like in terms of like bad or in terms of good?
In terms of good.
Really?
Yeah. Like, you cheat in a game, dude, it's so doper for you. Like, that's what they need to care about, right? Like, or games scamming you. That they also they're super on that.
Well,
and hacking accounts.
Yeah.
Unlike Discord. Dude, Discord has been so ass lately. I can just see, like, if I just go through infractions, the past like 85 infractions, they're fucking winning.
Okay, but so as someone who's played Counter-Strike Global Offensive a lot and who has played Counter-Strike 2, they are not putting in the effort anymore with like countering cheaters. Like they had a pretty decent system that kind of like worked in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, like worked as well as it could, and they just did not even try. Like I don't know why they didn't put any of it in CS2, but yeah.
CS2 is a shit heap, honestly.
Dude, it's actually crazy that I can look at Brawlhalla and then look at CS2 and go, at least we don't have that kind of development. And honestly, there's a lot of that's part of the reason is why I'm so disappointed with Brawlhalla is because they genuinely can do better, and most other games can't. So like, the fact that they aren't is the real disappointing part.
Yeah.
The one more thing though, because it's been a while since I said that I was gonna say one last thing, but one last like funny thing about the report things, like to end on a positive note. I remember a clip of Boomy playing ranked against Phazon, I think, and then reporting him because the weapon always spawned right on him. I think he did that too because he knows that the report system is a joke. That was really
obviously. I think.
I miss Boomy.
I miss Phase. Does Phase One exist?
I think like
I know the Discord server exists,
but I think he kind of like. I think he still plays, but he doesn't really try anymore.
I don't think he makes content anymore. I think I think he's like in an egg slump era.
I can see it. I don't really know.
I'm talking out of my ass. I have no idea. I've not watched Brawlhalla YouTube since 2021. I think it makes so real.
Do you want me to play an outro on my harmonica so you can end the recording?
Oh yeah, but you have to like turn off noise suppression.
I'm way ahead of you.
Oh hell yeah, I can only hear the static.
That's the wrong side. That was honestly better than I expected.
That's pretty good. Okay, good night. Whoever watches this, all 5 people.
Oh my god.